I would like to focus this conversation on your distribution network, on what you have built over the 15 years of the company's existence. And this is not something to be underestimated because this distribution network, if I understand correctly, includes 100 countries.
Yes, it is 100 countries where we have our offices, which gives us coverage of about 62 to 65% of the human population.
And that's many billions of people that you can reach.
Yes, exactly. It provides a very concrete potential for reach.
All right, and to set up your Genoscope office, how much does it cost? How long does it take?
Obviously depends on the country where it's being done and what target group we are reaching. Does a company that wants to establish such a representative office have already some contracts, etc.? So there are many elements that come into play.
Let's add that your products are available for purchase in pharmacies, primarily
pharmacies, hospitals. Now, if someone from the outside wanted to set up ad hoc at this moment, from the very beginning, well, you need to set up about a 12-month startup period, including administrative costs, logistical costs, recruitment costs, costs arising from being new in the market, which are hard to estimate. Things really add up, but it's always way too much and always unexpected. Plus there are human costs, costs for advertising, marketing, that you need to invest to establish credibility in that market. Within those 12 months, I would estimate around $500,000, $800,000. Then the next 12 months, that's when it's, let's say, a functioning office. That's when the process should start to pay for itself. This is another time when, of course, you also invest in marketing, in salespeople, in various kinds of activities. And after those 24 months, you can determine whether that office is viable or not. And so, on average, just totally estimating, you need to spend about $1 million on that.
You have done an incredible amount of work, a huge amount of work, to cover 100 countries with the distribution network of your products. Now that distribution network is in place, are you open to other companies using this network to sell their product?
Yes, absolutely. After 15 years, the moment came when we decided to open up to other producers who want to expand globally. And we are aware of the huge amount of work and the significant costs that come with it. And since we have that behind us, we are able to offer a much easier entry into the market by leveraging our relationships with local partners who are well established in the business environment of their country and have access to many different target groups.
So we can treat this conversation as a formal invitation for companies to reach out to you, to Genoscope, to request the distribution of their products.
Of course, yes. If someone is truly ready for international expansion and the exciting adventure that comes with it, we warmly invite them.
And tell me, what is the consequence of Genoscope opening up to the world? Did the distribution in Poland suffer because of this?
I can't say that Poland has suffered in that regard. We have distribution in Poland, a different kind of process for reaching the end customer. It's a different process in each of the countries where we have our operations open. So it's different. I would also like to mention something very important for producers or companies that want to sell services to foreign countries. We are able to verify very quickly whether a given product is reaching the target audience that the manufacturer thinks it should. That's the first thing. And the second thing is we'll get a response pretty quickly. Negative, if there is one, if the product completely fails to attract interest. It's very important to be aware that the word no is almost equally significant as the word goes yes. Because in many business cultures, especially in Asian and Arab cultures, you don't tell the partner that you don't want to cooperate with them. Besides, it will be chosen to be extinguished as it's considered bad manners not to offend the partner. And at this point, if we are talking to a potential foreign partner and everything seems to be fine, we waste a lot of time on business trips, on repayment, and so on. And we do nothing in parallel, knowing that something will come out of it. Such talks can last a year and a half, sometimes even 2. And when at some point we burn out and give up because we see that nothing is going to happen, after 2 years, in addition to spending a lot of money, it is also not even possible to say that we are in the same place because the competition has made many moves forward in this time, so we are totally behind. So if we can get information that a certain market isn't for us, or do we need to modify the product to enter that market and make it interesting? Such information should also be considered highly valuable.
It's very interesting that you offer such a distribution network. Because you are a Polish company with 100% Polish capital, and many manufacturers, products I understand, either supplements or food products or medical products in Poland would like to use such a distribution network. And you are really giving them the world on a plate, you could say.
Yes, of course, a lot of work will need to be put into this, so it's not going to happen just like that. However, we need to be aware that the global economy is developing at such a pace that all kinds of economic principles on the basis of which we built our businesses have practically become obsolete. Long-term strategic planning is an abstraction. So now anyone who wants to dynamically enter international expansion, whether they want to or not, has to consider the option of participating in quantum economy processes, which is based on the assumption that in reality the economy is multidimensional and truly unpredictable.
You're right, it's very interesting, but undoubtedly the experience that your company, that Genoscope has, is priceless.
Exactly. Well, that's why we offer, in the situation that exists in the world right now, a very stable and solid distribution structure, and above all, based on trust with surrounding partners. It's priceless. And that causes the possibility of avoiding a lot of mistakes and costs.
Are you and your family using Genoscope products?
Always, I absolutely recommend it. And I always make sure that every member of my family has a supply.
Has something really spectacular happened to you? To stimulate your immune system to fight off some disease?
During the pandemic, that was quite common. That's obvious. I've had a lot of different kinds of accidents because I practice many different sports, so as a result, it's a great supplement for me personally that helps me recover from all kinds of injuries faster. Treating skin injuries. Same here.
I think it's easier to sell a product that you believe in, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for this conversation. Radosław Czaplejewicz from Genoscope was my guest. And this is Richardson Talk, Monika Ryczewska.